Hey everybody. Hopefully I'll be able to see comments here. Hey everybody. Trying to see if I can see comments here. Be right back. Hey everybody. I cannot see who all is in here, so kindly leave me a comment if you would, as I figure out how to navigate this here. I don't know. Hope everybody's doing okay. Hope everybody's having a good new year. We'll wait for some more people to get in here, so. We shall see who all shows up. All right, Camo Cam, Guns and Beards, howdy from Texas. Howdy also from Texas. Where are you from, Guns and Beards? Tell me where you're from. Anyway, so welcome aboard. This is not only our first live stream of the new year, but our first live stream ever on our YouTube channel. I think we've got like 95 subscribers. So apparently, oh, Alan. Okay, I know where you're from. I grew up in Plano, so I know exactly where Alan is. I don't have 1,000 subscribers yet on YouTube, so what that means is that I cannot stream directly to YouTube. So I'm kind of doing the sneaky backdoor approach to this. So hopefully it's working for everybody. Gonna try to do more YouTube stuff here in 2023. It's been a goal for a couple of years, but you know, as it so often does, life gets in the way, and so it just kind of got put on the back burner. But so maybe this is the year that you will see my face more and more and more. Gotta fix my stash. Should have done that before this. Anyway, so hope everybody's doing good. Happy 2023. Hope you made it through the holidays okay. You can kind of see behind me, we have the new digs for Damn Yankee. We moved offices back at the end of October. So, little bigger space, little nicer space. Hey there, Pete, other Pete. So kind of a bigger space, kind of a newer space. Definitely nicer view, so that's good. Still cranking out the same products though. And here in just a minute, we'll talk about our newest product, which is called Furry Man. And I'll tell you how that started and what's going on with that, because it's a little bit different than maybe what you're used to from us. So, got my hippy dippy tie-dye cup there. Anyway, okay, so what we're doing, and it's already live on the website, which is unusual for me. Normally I don't put stuff up until I remember, which is after. Anyway, so we've got a collab called Furry Man. Furry Man is a collaboration with a guy that a lot of you may know from the beard community or the pipe community, and that is Mr. J. Furman. So if you don't know J. Furman has been around for a while on the Instagram. Ton of followers in the pipe community, ton of followers in the beard community, and just all around good guy. So back in 2019, I knew Jay from Instagram, and back in 2019, we kind of collabed on a pipe scent that would later come to be known as Cavendish, which some of you guys who've been with me for a while might know Cavendish. It's one of our better sellers. That was inspired largely by Jay Furman, and fly on my phone here. Anyway, and so that was kind of our first working together. And you know, now that it's been out for a while, Cavendish has been out for, I guess, a little over 3 years. So not exactly a new scent, but Cavendish is pipe tobacco, and I call it dried fruits on the label, but really what it is prune, which you don't probably see a lot in the beard community, but became one of our better sellers. Cavendish to this day is kind of a mover for us. So those of you who like Cavendish have Jay Furman to thank for that. Anyway, so Jay and I talked toward the end of 2022, and we talked about doing another collab. This time, one that was a little more akin to his favorite tobacco. And Jay, if you're in here, if I've mispronounced this, my mistake. His favorite tobacco, Escudo, which some of you pipe people probably know. I hope I did that justice, Jay. Anyway, so we wanted to do a new pipe scent, something with a little bit of a twist on it. And he described it to me, and to me, it sounded like a combination of two scents that we already have, and that is Cavendish, and then another scent that we came out with a couple of years ago called Pipe Dream. And Pipe Dream is, if you've not had it, Pipe Dream is pipe tobacco, orange, vanilla, and a little hint of spice, which sounds like kind of a weird combination, but it really, really works. So essentially, Furry Man is what happens when you combine Pipe Dream and Cavendish in equal measure. So it's got a citrus note on top of the pipe tobacco, and then it's got a little kick of spice in the background. Nothing crazy. Those of you who know me know that, as you can probably tell by my face here, I turn red at the drop of a hat. So cinnamon is kind of a no-go for me. So if I can tolerate it, I know that the spice is not too bad. So basically, what it amounts to is, oh, thanks, Pete, is pipe tobacco, kind of a dried fruit, kind of a raisin prune element, which sounds weird, but trust me, it works. It's got a little touch of grapefruit essential oil. And for those of you who have a medical condition where you have to limit your exposure to grapefruit, I don't know, honestly, if essential oil counts or not. But if you, full disclosure, if you should not expose yourself to grapefruit essential oil for medical reasons, then this will not be for you. And then the spice note on the background, it's got a little hit of vanilla and a little hit of kind of cinnamon spice. Hey, Brian. Yeah, we're doing good. Happy New Year. Anyway, so, obviously front and center is going to be pipe tobacco. It's kind of what we're known for. Didn't necessarily intend that, but kind of what we're known for. And it's got a citrus note with the grapefruit, and then the kind of the spices underneath. So here's the part that's new, is that Jay Furman wanted a styling product, right? And he wanted something with a fairly significant amount of hold, right? And we've made balms for years, and our balms are, I'd say, pretty safely in the medium category. So if you've used one of our balms before, what we're making now is something that we're calling beard pomade. And I had to defer to Jay on that because, as you can tell, I have no need of pomade myself. Hey, Gary. So I had to take Jay's word for it because he still has retained his hair, whereas I have not. And so basically, this is a balm with a crap load more beeswax, right? So a Damn Yankee balm is our 5 oils. So jojoba, coconut, argan, broccoli seed, and sweet almond. That's our original blend. And then a little touch of shea butter, and then some beeswax. That's a regular balm. This pomade is the same formula, but we upped the beeswax a fairly fair amount. So it sets pretty hard. It sets harder than our balm. So I'm in the camp of people who tend to think that balms are for styling and butters are for nourishment. That's why our butters don't have any beeswax in them. And I've heard the argument that the beeswax just helps it set up, helps it ship. Oh, nice, Pete. Yeah, TBL is one of our OG scents. So I've heard the argument that people put beeswax in butter to help it ship and do other things. We don't, just because I think it's for nourishment. That's what I think balms are for. So this pomade is going to set harder than our regular balm. It's definitely a styling product. I would not go so far as to call it a beard wax, because it's not going to give you a stiff, waxy feeling. I don't know about you, but I do not like that feeling of just kind of stiff waxiness going on. Anyway, so Furry Man pomade we are going to do in 2-ounce tins, so similar to our butter. These tins are gold, so they look a little bit more like the Escudo tin. So if you're a pipe person and you've seen the Escudo tins, it's intended to look a little bit like that. And I've tried it. I've used it for a couple of weeks. I don't generally use styling products just because I'm to a point with my beard where I'm just kind of gotten lazy with it. So I kind of do whatever. But it definitely gave me some shape, which I don't normally have. So if you're looking for a styling product, this would be the one. And in addition, so originally Jay just wanted to do the pomade, and I like the scent, so I wanted to go ahead and do a sterling oil as well. So this is not a full line offering. This is the 2-ounce pomade. Right now I've got it at $16.99. And it is the 1-ounce Sterling Blend oil. Sterling Blend oil, some of you may know that, some of you may have bought it. If you have, thank you, by the way. And Sterling we have 2 carrier oil blends if you're new to Damn Yankee. The original blend is jojoba, sweet almond, coconut, argan, and broccoli seed. And a couple years ago, we came out with a new blend called Sterling that is argan, broccoli seed, and kukui nut oil. Kukui nut oil is fantastic. I cannot say enough good things about it. And I kind of marketed it for gray beards, but I think the truth of the matter is, and we're a couple of years into Sterling now, and I think we found that it's really good for just anybody who's got, dry beard, whether you're gray or not. Anyway, so 2-ounce pomade, $16.99, 1-ounce Sterling, as it always has been, at $17.99. So we're not going to be doing, it is a new scent, but we're not going to be doing a full line. So in other words, we're not going to be doing butters or balms or washes or co-washes. Oh, thanks, Gary. Good. See, Gary's got a red beard, and it works for him too. So I appreciate the kind words there and the feedback. So and so we'll see how it does. As with all things Damn Yankee, whether or not Furry Man stays around or not is kind of a Thunderdome situation. So we'll see. If it sells, it stays. If it doesn't, we'll see. Don't know. Anyway, so it's up on the website now, and will be for the foreseeable future. In terms of Damn Yankee stuff, this is generally slow time of year for us. I generally release new stuff around May or so. Jay and I were trying to get this going back in the holidays, and we just ran out of time. This was actually ready about mid-December, but I raised some concerns about shipping. When you get that close to the holidays, sometimes it's kind of dicey whether you can get it there or not. And I didn't really want to promise somebody holiday delivery and then not deliver, because that's crappy for everybody. It's bad for me and it's bad for you guys. So we decided to wait till after the first of the year. And anyway, so that's where we are. Furry Man is, hey there, Chris Perez. Furry Man is our second collab with Jay Furman. The first one you probably know. Hey Andrew, how's it going, my man? The first collab you probably know if you've been with me for a while, and that's Cavendish. Jay Furman actually, oh man, Jay was 2019. Actually sent me a bag of actual tobacco, which I'm sure put me on some kind of government watch list. I'm not sure, but he actually sent me a tobacco called Blood Red Moon. That's what Cavendish was based on. I don't know if I've ever told that story or not, but if you're a pipe person, Cavendish was based on Blood Red Moon, which was the tobacco that Jay sent me a number of years ago. And since then, Cavendish has kind of taken on, okay, there we go, Cult Blood Red Moon. All right, my bad. Um, and let's see. Gary says Cavendish is my second favorite scent. What's your first? Just out of curiosity. Um, Brian, I don't tell the Cavendish story a lot, just because I don't know, I don't go live a ton, but hoping to change that this year. I'm not super comfortable being on camera. Plus, Damn Yankee's never been about me. It's always been kind of about the product. So I didn't really ever want to put the focus on me, but I think this year I may do it a little bit more. Hey, Derek. Um, yeah, so Cavendish was what Jay helped me with, because I don't smoke. Well, okay, CTV is your favorite. Nice, Gary. I don't smoke, or at least I don't anymore. Back when I did smoke, it wasn't anything that you'd want to smell, maybe at a concert. But um, anyway, and you certainly, hey, Andrew, we're doing good. Happy New Year, man. I've been watching your posts and watching you going back to school, so hopefully you've got a manageable class load. Um, Anyway, so that was back in 2019, and Jay and I keep in touch every so often, and I follow Jay online. If you don't, oh, cool. Yeah, Andrew's got an awesome Papa's Chair story, and we'll have to tell another time. But if you don't follow Jay Furman on Instagram, you should. He's got a really, really cool feed, especially if you like photography. Um, Jay's got some excellent photographs on his Instagram, like better than you see on most, certainly on mine with my iPhone. Anyway, so we got together not too long ago, and he kind of gave me the idea for Furry Man, and so that's really kind of where it started. And we had collab for a while, and I haven't done a collaboration for a while, so that's kind of what kicked it off. But again, the profile is pipe tobacco. It is kind of a raisiny prune scent, grapefruit essential oil, vanilla, and a little bitty kick of spice, kind of a cinnamon spice. Not much. I don't use cinnamon a lot just because I don't tolerate it very well, and I don't know a lot of people who tolerate it well. And just strictly from a company perspective, my client's safety has always been number one with me. So I would rather not make a scent than endanger somebody's health or their skin. And again, on the grapefruit, I became aware a couple of years ago that certain people with certain medical conditions cannot consume grapefruit. No clove. No, not at all. I did a clove scent one time like 3 years ago, and it went, so probably will never do that again. So if you are sensitive to grapefruit, or for medical reasons you cannot consume grapefruit, you might want to hold off on this one. And to be honest, I don't think I could make it without it. It just wouldn't be the same. So yeah, clove is clove is kind of divisive, right? Like, I mean, I went to art school, music school years ago that had kind of a more lenient policy on the smells that were going in the dorm, but clove was always out there with a couple of other things. Anyway, so Furry Man is out. It's front and center on the website. So if you pull up shopdamnyankee.com, shameless plug. Oh, there we go. Shameless plug. Wait. There it is. DamnYankeeBeard.com still redirects to Shop Damn Yankee, so you'll get there either way. So 2-ounce pomade sets harder than our regular balm. I mean, you could definitely use it as a balm, but does not set hard like a beard wax. I don't like that kind of waxy, chunky feeling. No, there is no clove peat in Spirit Guide at all. Spirit Guide is is tobacco, Palo Santo, and sage. Spirit Guide, for those who don't know, came out back in the fall. Spirit Guide came out back in the fall, and I wouldn't say it was a great seller, but I like the scent a lot, so I kept it on. Spirit Guide is still on the website. So it's pretty different, but the pipe tobacco, it's tobacco, Palo Santo, and sage. So if you like Palo Santo, or if you've never smelled it before, it's kind of a, it's a wood that kind of has a ceremonial, oh, hi Alan, sorry. Yeah, I missed you earlier, or from Alan, sorry. Still getting it together. Anyway, yeah, not an incense vibe. I would say just more like kind of an earthy herbal vibe. It's definitely got a sage thing happening. I've had a thing for sage the last couple of years. And so that's kind of been continuing. Yeah, Spirit Guide made the permanent lineup, not because it sold that great, but just because I like it and I don't want to see it go away. And I guess when you own the company, you can put whatever you want up there. So that's what it did. Anyway, so just kind of wrapping up on Furry Man, 2-ounce pomade, $16.99, comes in a pretty swanky looking gold tin. And then I decided to go ahead and do a sterling in the same scent. So the 1-ounce sterling oil in the fancy tube like you're used to, still $17.99. And no plans on increasing prices yet. We took kind of a hit, and well, everybody has in the last couple of years on pricing. But anyway, so if it sounds interesting, check it out. And we're not really doing samples on it just because, but if it sounds interesting, pick it up. If you don't like it, DM me. We'll make it right. We'll figure something out. We'll get you something you like. So it'll be around until the foreseeable future. New stuff coming in March. And I'm still not 100% sure what that looks like, but I've got some ideas coming together. Anyway, so if you have ideas or scent ideas, things you'd like to see, oh, thanks, Andrew. As always, let me know. Several scents have been crowdsourced over the years. You may or may not know that, I'm trying to think what all has been crowdsourced. Nightlight was crowdsourced. That was cedar, lavender, vanilla. So that's got a backstory there. Anyway, so this is just kind of quick hopping on just to make sure that this YouTube thing works. Brand new to this, so I didn't realize you had to have 1,000 subscribers. Clove. Yeah, it's sage. Yeah, I wouldn't spring clove on you without letting you know. Kettle corn. Hey there, Kenneth Myers. Kettle corn is, Brian Beards and Banjos has a really comprehensive review of kettle corn. The best way I can describe it is exactly as described. I mean, it is caramel popcorn. And if that sounds weird going into your beard, I totally get that. I wasn't sure about it at first either, but it really works and it's a lot of fun. I know Brian over at Beards and Banjos. It was one of his top scents there for a while, I think, if I'm not mistaken. But go check out his review on it. He's got a pretty comprehensive review on kettle corn. And again, if you don't like it, just, all you got to do, Gary, is just hit me up and I'll make it right. I'll send you something else or get you some cash. Thank you for the order, Mr. Andrew. I appreciate it. Anyway, so that's kind of what we got going on tap. We got a little slow there toward the end of the year, but that's okay. I wasn't expecting to really be going gangbusters, around the holidays. So, plus we were finishing up moving. So, we've been here at the new lab here since end of October, early November. So this is still a fairly new thing. Anyway, no ma'am, no samples on Furry Man. Not because I'm trying to be difficult, but just because it's intended to be a limited batch. So I've only made so much on this one. So I would expect it to be around for a few weeks, but not forever. So we're not doing samples on this one, which is unusual for us. We have sample sizes and almost everything else. So anyway, so that's pretty much what we have with Furry Man. Jay, if you want to add anything in comments about it, or if anybody has any questions, we'll take a few more minutes and just do like a Q&A if anybody has questions, or if you just want to watch me drink my drink. Anyway, got the windows open right now in Texas. It's like 85 degrees today. But as with all things Texas, it will be like 30 something tomorrow. So we have all 4 seasons in one day. Pete White, that is the question. So back in 2019, we released a collection called Back to School, which was based on the Harry Potter series. My wife and I are both big Harry Potter fans. Her more than me, but she is a huge Harry Potter fan. And so we did a beard collection based on that. And it was far and away the best-selling collection we've ever done. Like, nothing else has even come close. So to answer your question, Pete, I'm not going to probably re-release those scents, but what I'm thinking about doing is making a whole new collection based on the Potter series, or maybe even some of the other offshoots as well. So there will be something coming later this year based on that series somewhere. So we're committed to doing that this year as well. It may be before fall, I'm not sure. To answer your question, Guns, I will not be at the beard competition, the NTTBA one. I know a few of those guys at North Texas Beard Alliance. They're great dudes, Mustache Mike and Corey and all those guys. I know a few of them. I'm not really a beard competition guy, but they're a super bunch of folks over there. So yeah, if you make it, just let them know that I said hi. And yeah, Fantastic Beast Jay is probably one of the kind of spin-off parts that we might be doing a collection with. Not even to be a spectator. I might. I think it's at Lola's Lord of the Rings. Sorry, I'm just backtracking on comments as I was yakking. Yeah, Andrew, the candles, I've enjoyed doing them, but the fact of the matter is it's not really our specialty, and they turn out well, but they're kind of labor intensive. And so I think I've got about 5 of them left, and I think when those are done, I'm probably out of the candle making business. But we'll see. As with all things, damn Yankee, you never know. You want to see one with leather come back? I would too. You know, the two scents that we have now in the permanent collection that have leather are, of course, your favorite, Papa's Chair, and then Viking AF. Viking AF has a fairly good hit of leather, not as much as Papa's Chair, but I've worked some with leather, but it tends to take over whatever's in it, or whatever it's in, I should say. So it's hard to have just a hint of leather, right? It's either not there or it's just, you know, up to here. So I don't use it as much as I would like. You know, I'm a musician on the side, so I've wanted to do like a leather pants scent for a while, as just kind of a seasonal thing or just something for fun. But you know, then again, who knows? Yeah, Viking AF was one that we released to the public a while back. It was previously only available at Viking Fest here in Texas, or through True Barbershop. My buddy Derek down outside of Austin has it as well. So if you are ever in the Austin, Texas area, specifically Taylor, Texas, go see my buddy Derek and get a beard trim from like a 6'5" Viking reenactor, who's also into punk rock and hot rods. It's an experience you won't forget. Yeah, you know what? A musical series would be cool. You know, then again, it's hard to pick. Like, I mean, if I had like 3 or 4, you know, like people that I wanted to do a scent, I wouldn't even know where to start. There are so many. What did you think of the Rolling Stone article on the world's best singers of all time? I didn't see it. I haven't read a Rolling Stone in a while. You know, just off the top of my head, I mean, in terms of like rock singers, I mean, you've got to go, I don't know that he'd be at the top, but you got to go Robert Plant. Just for me, you've got to go Chris Cornell. I've always loved Ann Wilson from Heart. Oh man, there's so many amazing singers. It's hard to really choose. But yeah, no, a musical series would be fun. You know, like I don't know what Hendrix smelled like. Probably, you know, patchouli and sweat. I don't know. I could release a patchouli and sweat scent. I don't know that Mrs. Yankee would like that very much, but so yeah, Fantastic Beast and or Potter series, series 2 this year. Don't be surprised at all if you see that. Steven Tyler, you know, I'll put it this way. Here's my thing about Steven Tyler. No one else could sing that music the way Steven Tyler can. Like, he's got a very distinctive voice. I never really dug Aerosmith, and I never really dug his voice. Cornell was number 80 out of 200. Man, who was number 1, Pete? Yeah, no, we've only done a couple of patchouli scents, and Mrs. Yankee has been quite insistent that I not do any more patchouli scents, just because it kind of makes our house smell like a, you know, big hippie den. So she doesn't care for it for that reason. But you know, all I got to say about that is mom ain't happy, nobody happy. So Chris Cornell, yeah. Who else? Oh man, there's just so many. I'm sure I'm forgetting a ton. I always like Scott Weiland from Stone Temple Pilots. Ronnie James Dio, I always liked, just because I thought he had a really distinctive voice. Aretha Franklin, yeah, that makes total sense. makes total sense. But yeah, no, Mrs. Yankee's Pachulia version is so strong that I literally cannot even make it in the house. It's like kind of a Breaking Bad situation if I want to make patchouli. Like I've got to get an RV and like drive out to the desert to make a patchouli scent so that she can't pick up on it. Oh yeah, Miles Kennedy, I forgot. Yeah, he's amazing. Miles Kennedy. Um, Axl Rose. Ugh. Sorry. If you're a Guns N' Roses person, sorry. I never dug Axl Rose. His voice, maybe it's just, to my ear, but his voice is just really abrasive and just kind of nasally. Anyway, but then again, he's Axl Rose, and I'm a guy sitting in an office in Texas who's, live on the internet. So, obviously he's gone a bit further in his musical career than I have. But so I guess I shouldn't say too much. But anyway, so this year, Yankee-wise, expect, similar things from us. We'll be doing something for like a spring collection. Not quite sure what that looks like yet. There will definitely be a summer collection. And I've had a habit every summer. There's been pineapple in something every year since we started, and I almost hate to buck that trend, but yeah, we'll see this year what summer looks like. Lovers Rock was a good one. Lovers Rock was 2020. I should know that, but I don't. I'm glad you like Lovers Rock, Pete, because Lovers Rock was a pain in the ass to make. Normally I put like 2, 3, 4, different notes in there, but that one I think like had 8 or 9, and getting all those to balance correctly was kind of a pain in the butt. But I'm glad you liked it. Kentucky Mule. Yeah, Kentucky Mule was one that we did, I guess about a year ago, and had some ginger, had some lime, had some whiskey, some other stuff going on there. I still have a crap load of those bottles, so I got to figure out what I'm going to do with those. Maybe repackage it somehow, but yeah, I've still got a ton of those copper colored bottles. Look like a little whiskey still. So anyway, expect some more of the same, this year. So some fun summer scents. Fall is typically where we kind of come alive a little bit. So we're going to be laying a little bit low until probably March or so. But we'll still be posting on social media, and I'm still checking DMs. So a lot of you who've been with me for a while know that if you DM me through Instagram, it goes straight to my phone. So that really honestly is the easiest way to get to me, and probably the fastest way to get to me. So we do customs from time to time. So if you have a scent that you have in mind that you maybe want to try out, DM me. We can probably make that happen. Yeah, so we did, for those of you who've been around a while, we did some bottles back in 2019, I don't remember, one summer. It was an anniversary scent called Fuster Cluck that we hydro dipped those bottles. So if you've got one of those, and they literally were 1 out of 1s. Each one was completely different. So if you've got one of those, more power to you, because those were a lot of fun. Yep, Andrew, I know the one. Yep. This would be the time of year to do it. The tattoo scent. Oh, That, I'm trying to think. I think that has been our worst selling scent of all time. Andrew's talking about a scent called Studio that we did back in 2018 or 19. I don't remember. That was like a green soap scent, like you'd have in a tattoo parlor, tattoo studio. Sorry. Yep. Um, Yeah, I liked it too, but it never caught on. And you know, that's what we do though, right? From time to time, we release scents that are kind of weird that you're not going to find other places. Um, the one that really stands out to me is called Hippie Hollow, which is still on the website. Hippie Hollow is peppermint and cannabis. Um, I like it. I think it smells great. Um, Never sold well, but we're going to do weird stuff from time to time. And some of it's going to surprise you, and some of it you may never see again. I'm not sure. Not sure. But anyway. Any other questions for me? Just revisiting Furry Man, available until it's not. I'm not sure when that's going to be. But it is what Jay and I are calling a beard pomade. So it's going to set harder than a balm, or well, it's going to set harder than our balm. Not quite as hard as a beard wax, just because I don't like the kind of waxy feeling going on in there. So it's harder than a balm, not quite as hard as a beard wax. 2 ounces, $16.99, and then I went ahead and did a sterling oil also with the same scent, with some pretty nifty packaging, and that'll be $17.99 as well. It's all up on the website now. We're not doing a full line on this one just because this is kind of a special deal that we did with Jay. So hopefully you guys dig it. Try it out, see what you think, and you know, if you don't like it, hit me up and we'll make it right, and we will figure it out as we always do. And you know, for those of you, there's a lot of people in here that have been with me for a long time, and you know, to you guys, I want to say thank you. I want to say I appreciate it, because you guys have kept us afloat now for over 4.5 years, which was not anticipated. So thank you for your support. Thank you for keeping the doors open, and you know, for letting me realize my dream of, you know, telling corporate America to go suck an egg, which I did in 2018. So thank you very much. Thanks for the support. And if you have any other questions or anything, just DM me on Instagram at DamnMickeyBeard, and we will see you later. Thanks a lot.